Hi, this is Isaac, and this is a vlog on my tiny home build. And as you can see here, we've made quite a bit of progress. I haven't actually been recording all the progress we've been doing. It's just very difficult to record while building. I also didn't have quite the equipment to do it. I actually have a camera with a pretty decent wide angle lens, so I can do easy shots like this. So I guess I could just go give a little tour of the progress so far. So we have the roof completed with the steel roof material, and it's holding up very well. And we had no leaks at all. Right now it's snowing here in Portland, Oregon, and I'm very happy with the roof so far. So let's take a look inside and go over some issues that we had. So this is a view of the inside. So I'm going to just take a quick tour. The upstairs loft still has to be completed. So stairs are going to go right along by this window here. And then the idea is to have the bathroom on the left and then the kitchen on the right. And on the, you can see how the roof is constructed. The idea is just to see if we can do a vented roof. I mean, actually this is a good chance to describe it. So in the top of the ridge, you can see there's slits where air is actually going to be flowing. So what we have to do is create a airflow path. So basically create a dual layer roof for air to flow along the roof and outside. So what we have is another layer, if you will, of separation between the inside temperature and outside temperature, especially on days like this. If this tiny home was like fully insulated, so completely warm inside, and then there's, let's say, snow on the roof, what you'd have is a extremely high temperature difference, just like fog on your beer glass. So you'll have like as soon as the hot air would touch that surface, it would immediately get cool and condense, and then you would have moisture. And that's there's still little details, a lot of details to go through, but that's the concept of a vented roof. In those harsh temperature differentials, you're not going to have condensation. So which if we just put a whole bunch of hard insulation foam material like that and just covered it completely, there still might be a chance that there might be some pockets of air that might condense. So the whole point is to eliminate all sources of leaks, condensations for the long term. If this is going to be a long-term livable space. Not like a vacation home or something where you're just in there for a weekend and then you don't care, you get out of there. But if it's a constant, continual living space, it has to be properly vented, properly insulated in order to reduce the amount of problems, mold issues such as and the like. The only major leak area that was pretty much I got figured out the solution recently, but it was right, I don't know if you can see that, right along the door right here. It was basically leaking on the bottom of the door, and we couldn't figure out why. So it turns out, and I tried everything from basically on the outside. I tried to do everything I could, from sealing up this outside area and trim that with a drip barrier, and also just basically putting the just sealing every little crack I could with caulking material, and it still was leaking. So what I ended up doing, and I found out the problem was actually right down here. So what happened was, when I originally tried to seal it, I just did the caulking material up to only to the only up to here. And then what I had to do to fix it, I found out that you have to take this this piece off here, remove that, and then do the caulking material all the way into the interior space. And that little bit is what caused all these leaks. And once I did that, and I'm sure in combination with all the other things I tried, sealed the leak for good. And we haven't seen any issues after that. So that was probably the hardest leak to fix in the recent weeks. Before that, one more major leak we actually fixed last year, but now I'm able to just document the tricks, was the wheel well area of the tiny home. So you can see right here on the wheel well, all sorts of moisture and snow condensation will build up right along this wheel well and start to penetrate to the interior space. But what I found out, I actually use this material, and this is very flexible material that we actually used up here for the installing windows. So this material is flexible to go around under the windowsill. And this flashing material, it's pretty expensive, but we had some left over, so that I had an idea, well, maybe if it's flexible to go around a windowsill, maybe it's flexible enough to go around this wheel well. So basically I lifted up the Tyvek, got under the Tyvek, slipped a piece of this in, and actually started from the center here, and then worked my way, just kind of poking it along the way very carefully, and then basically sealed that gap. And watching other people build tiny homes, this is like one of the very difficult places to seal, but I think this is, once I did that, I had no problems after that, and I think this is a solution to this wheel well water penetration problem. And so it's almost like pinstriping a car. You just got to be really careful, make sure it's even, and it's all just the adhesive sticks really well by pushing it down along the way. And that's the main points of leaks that I've seen in this tiny home. And so as we continue to go through this new year in 2018, the plan is to finish the outside. You notice the roof's done, but there's no siding. So get the siding done. Once that's done, focus on interior. And for interior, we're gonna put solar panels on this side of the roof. So we're gonna run electrical connections all the way to this part of the this end of the tiny home. On top of here, this is going to be a shelf. That's where the solar battery is going to be installed. We have the solar battery already delivered. The Iron Anderson iron Edison battery, so it's pretty heavy. We're going to be installing that this hopefully get everything done by the end of the summer, and then after that, once electrical is done, move on to all the other, like water, gas. We're gonna have a propane stove, propane water heater, and in combination with solar, that should be a idea is to have a totally off-grid system. And once the off-grid system is complete, then we can finally test the capabilities using the latest technology. How can we push off-grid living, make it comfortable, make it livable, so it doesn't feel like you're in a prison cell or health hazard. So it's comfortable, ventilated, insulated, and almost better. The idea is make it almost better than your actual house, normal quote unquote house. See if it's possible. If not, then it's a good experiment, worth a try. But I think it's a valuable lesson. So thank you. Thanks for checking this out, and more to come. Thank you.